Welcome back to my channel. So during today's video, I'm going to be doing a really throwback eyeshadow palette, and that's the Anastasia's Subculture palette. Now I know this palette had a lot of controversy around it when it first came out, how it performed, the pigmentation of it, the formula, and everything. So I used it a couple of times, and I really went like a really light hand. I didn't have any issues, and I also wasn't using a lot of color and stuff either back then. But this is what it looks like. We are going to do a wearable, workable, neutral eyeshadow look. So let's just get started and see what we can come up with. So I am going to begin with the shade Mercury, and it's this more lighter tone brown shade in the palette, and I'm taking it on my MAC 224 brush, and we're going to place that in our crease area. And I prime my eyes with the P. Louise base in the shade number 2, the shade Rumor. So we're going to see how this performs with this eyeshadow base. So I have the shadow on the brush, and we are going to lightly pack it. The pigmentation is still really there because it's really deep. Ooh. So I'm just going to continue to pack it right in that outer V area and just stamp it before we begin to blend it. So now I'm going to take this little makeup cleaner, and we're going to take off the excess so that we can blend this shadow with the same brush. So now we're going to lightly blend the shadow up into the crease, but not too far up, but directly right in the crease area. It looks like it's getting patchy already on me. So we're going to continue to blend. So we're going to go back and blend the other eye. And just make sure these edges are blended really good. And just continue blending. And I'm just blending in circular motions back and forth on both eyes, just to make sure this shade is blended really well in this area. And it's not giving me a hard time so far. It's blending pretty good. Even though I have like a little patchy area here, we're going to go back in with a little bit more to just deepen up this side of the eye, and then we're going to try to blend out the patchiness on the other eye, because this eye doesn't have any patches. And maybe it's the way I placed it on there so much at one time. Maybe that's it, because this eye is not giving me any issues with patching. I just have that one little patch area right there. So I'm going to take just a little bit more and stick it right on that patch area and just continue to blend it. So I think that's doing pretty good now. And we're going to take just a little bit more to place it right here, closer to this lower lash line, going towards that outer V to deepen it up just a little bit more. And just continue to blend. Now this shade so far is performing really good compared to the reviews when it first came out. with how hard it was to get these shadows to blend. And I know they were saying, you know, you had to start like with a really, really light hand. You couldn't just pack this on your eyelid and just go to work because of the formula and the pigmentation. So I just add a little bit more just so it'll be deep like the other eye. So I'm just going to continue to blend. And now I'm blending outwards towards the outer V. Make sure it's really seamless. And then back in. I'm liking that. That's really, really looking good. I like that so far. So we're gonna wipe this brush off again. But now we're gonna take the Morphe 505 brush. And it's this fluffy tapered blending brush. And we are going to take let's take the shade Dawn, which is the second shade in the palette, like this just matte. It's like just a matte cream type shade. And we are going to place that from this area into the crease. And we're just going to lightly blend. We're not going to pack this one, because I just want to make sure we can just blend this out into directly in the crease. So we're going to do that same thing for the other eye with what's left on the brush. And then lightly blend in circular motions right in the crease area. Going back and forth until you get it blended seamless. And what I'm doing is transition these shades together, but I don't want to overpower the pigmentation from both shades. I want it to still look more natural on the lid, but you can still see the color payoff. So we're going to take just a little bit more. I like this palette though, to be honest with you. I think it's performing pretty good. So now we're going to do the same thing again. Lightly place it there. And lightly place it on your other eye. And then down to the crease with the rest of the shadow on the brush. And I'm barely touching my lid. That's the other thing. I'm lightly placing and lightly blending it. And just going back and forth in circular motions. Making sure these two shades are connected right in the crease area. I'm really enjoying this palette so far. So now we're going to go back in with the MAC 224 brush and just lightly blend these shades together. And I did not apply any more shadows, but I did clean the brush back off with my little makeup. See how much pigmentation on that was on this brush? That's a lot. So I'm just lightly blending. Again, making sure these two shades are blended together. I'm liking it so far. So now we're going to go in with our Too Faced glitter glue. I'm going to keep it really, really simple because I don't want to overdo this. And then I have a whole mess before I go to work this morning. So I cannot do that. So I'm going to take my ring finger and just place it starting right at the center. And packing most of it at the center of the eye. And going up And I'm not going to go all the way up in my crease, but right in the crease, not too far up high. And just pack the glitter glue. And I'm not going to go all the way to my outer V, because I don't want to mess up that shadow and be sitting here blending all morning trying to fix it. This is not a morning I want to experiment. So we're going to continue to pack right up in that crease area. And you want to just make sure it's placed all over that lid besides the outer V. Really smooth and evenly. Now what I want to do now is, where these sniffles come from? Take my, I was looking for a little flat brush to place the shadow, because I want to be a little precise this morning with the shadow. So we are going to go in, if I can find it. Shelly Poo. There you go with that, baby. How about this craziness? Let's go in with the ColourPop. This flat E1 brush. We're going to start out with this brush. And I want to do the shade. Let's do Electric. This green shade here. Is it picking up? I guess we're going to find out. Let's see. This is beautiful green shade. And we're going to place it, oh yeah, right on the lid where we placed the glitter glue. And I'm going to go up to the crease area. But I'm not going over the entire lid, only where we placed the glitter glue. It's actually really pretty. I like it. And we're going to do the same thing for the other eye. Just make sure you kind of get that shade on that brush and pack it. And in the crease. This is coming together like pretty to me. And packing a little bit more. And a little bit more on the other eye. Just making sure that actual mobile lid has most of the pigmentation on it. I'm liking this. So now I'm going to use the other side of the brush. And I want to go in with the gold shade on the other side of this brush. And we're going to actually place this right next to the green shade and connect it with this deeper brown shade. And you're going to just lightly fluff it. We're not going to pack this. I'm just going to lightly fluff it to see if we can marry the two shades together. And blend them with the shadow instead of packing it. So they kind of transition into that deeper brown shade we put on the outer V. And I'm just flicking the brush and not packing. We're just flicking it in this area. And we're lightly flicking it. So now we're going to go back in with the other side, the green shade, and place it back pretty much over, meeting where that gold shade is. Just to make sure we didn't lose any pigmentation flicking it. So now we'll go back in with our MAC 224 brush and blend. And I'm not adding any more shadow. But this is a really, really pigmented shade. This is super pretty. So now I'm going to go back in with the Morphe 505. We're going to take that same first shade, Dawn. And we're going to place it in that crease area again. The same way we did the first time, just lightly packing it on, well, not packing it, but blending it in that crease area, and then lightly blending it in circular motions, making sure all the shadows are blending together. You want to make sure, like I said, you lightly blend. I like this. So now I'm going to take this Sigma E47 brush, and it's this crease blending brush, just to make sure everything is blended seamless in this crease area. And I'm lightly, barely touching the shades and making sure these edges are blended well together. So now the last thing we're going to do to finish off this eye look with the shades on the lid, go back in with the electric, and we're going to place this like right in the crease area, because y'all know I love my crease to have some shimmers. And we're going to lightly pack it right in that crease area, just so you can have that bit of sparkle, and not too much, but enough where you can still see it. And just make sure your edges again are blended really, really well. With these three shades together, going towards your middle eye. And I'm just making sure the edges are just like seamless. And I'm just going in circular motions. I like it. So now I'm going to take this MAC 224, and we're going to really clean it off good, because we're going to apply our bone shade. I don't want to apply anything else dark to this eye. And we're going to take our Wet n Wild Cream Brulee and just pack it and set the rest of the eye under the brow bone, going down into the crease area, because I don't want to apply any more deeper tones than this shade. And I'm just making sure I really do a good highlight with this shade. And whatever shade you like to highlight your brow bone area with, you can use that shade. So now we're going to blend right in this area above the crease to make sure these shadows are blended like really, really well together. This is so pretty. I like this. Now I am going to take my makeup wipe, and we are going to clean up around this eye area so we can finish this look. I hope my lighting's not off this morning. And clean up around this eye area. And my eyes have been like really irritated the last couple of days. So I'm hoping I can wear my falsies today, because I love me some falsies. I mean, looks are beautiful without them, But baby, girl, love falsies. Even with these bad eyes of mine. So I'm going to take this this MAC 224 one more time and just make sure everything is blended well since we've cleaned up the outer and under eye area for the fallout. Just to make sure everything is blended before we apply liner and lashes. And again, you want to lightly blend. And I'm blending outwards in circular motion. Sometimes that helps me to blend shades when you don't want to pack it like straight into your eye area and you blend outwards. In my opinion, it helps to diffuse it even more. So I'm going to go back in with this Sigma brush just to make sure these edges are not harsh. We're going to apply some liner anyways, but I still just have to make sure my shadows are blended well, if I can help it. This is so pretty. So this is the final eye look. I like this. It's really pretty simple. It did not take long to do. So you know my norm. I'm going to go ahead, jump off camera, apply my liner, lashes, the rest of my face, and I'll be back to show you guys my final look because I am liking this pretty green. I'll see you guys in a bit. Welcome back. This is the final look. Let me know what you guys think about this look. I like the look. The eyeshadows performed like really good with no issues, considering the fact that I've had it for a while and the formula had a lot of like, well, not the formula, I'm gonna say the palette had a lot of controversy around it when it first came out, but I think everything performed like really good for me not using it as much. But I'm gonna definitely use this palette again because I do like how it performed. I want to see how the other shades work with, you know, each other, because I did this really nice, simple, easy, beautiful, wearable look. And sorry guys, it's early in the morning. But again, let me know your thoughts on this. If you have this palette, let me know your thoughts on, do you still use it, how you felt about it. If you don't own it still, let me know your thoughts. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Goodbye.